Welcome, I'm the DeadwoodJedi. This is going to be another Raid Shadow Legends video, and we are on the road to Ultra Nightmare. We're on the free-to-play, and I am just having a blast doing it. It's so funny how little I've been playing my main account. I've just been doing like clan boss runs, Hydra runs, a couple of, events here and there. Obviously, with the new fusion, I'm going to be putting a lot more time back into my main to make sure that I can get this fusion. We talked briefly about it. Now that the fusion's out and stuff, by the time you see this, I would just say I'm gonna have a video kind of talking about the fusion itself and all the champions available for it and stuff like that. But let me just take a moment, as we are on day 26. I did get an epic book. We did a 500 energy recently. A lot of stuff has kind of happened. But just real quickly about that the fusion. I don't think the legendary is going to be something. These fusions are super hard, right? And we're going to see that as a free to play, how this is not something that's going to be super attainable for us currently. Do I think I could do it if I had been saving my shards? Maybe, but because I haven't, we're never going to be able to do the summons rush. We're never going to be able to do the challenge chase, champion chase events. So we're not going to be able to get that fusion done. But I think otherwise we would be able to do it. I just think it would be a big stink of resources, which isn't bad necessarily, but it's just a lot of time and effort to be put into something. And for a champion that I think, honestly, at our stage of the game, isn't going to be super helpful at all. I think this champion is going to be really useful later on. And part of the reason is they have an increased resistance buff, and that's kind of the linchpin of that build. That and a buff extension. A lot of the kit, I think, can actually be used everywhere. It's just nothing especially great, right? Continuous heals on the passive are good. The A1 with decreased speed is solid. The heal is okay. Then the buff extension is always nice, but it's nothing that I would go crazy over. Obviously, would pair really well with somebody like Jarrag and Elva. That would be a fun little trio, I'm not gonna lie. But it's not something that I think we have to go crazy over. What I think is more interesting about it is that once you get into higher levels of Hydra, once you get into higher levels of arena, all of a sudden now there's some real usage for a champion like that. So I don't think anybody that's not, I think, as always, anytime you get a chance to get a legendary fusion champion, you should just do it if you can do it. But that said, we get so many of these. I understand it's a big resource sink. There's a lot to be said for saving your resources, and I think this might be one to save your resources and not do. Unless you are dealing with Hydra and you're dealing with high-end arena. I don't know that this is a champion that's really going to help a lot of people out there. And the pairing combination doesn't seem to be anything exceptionally special either. So that's kind of my quick thought on that. Also, the epic in this is not very good. The rare is okay. And I'll probably end up getting both for this account. I think they're going to help me a lot in Faction Wars for this account. Outside of that, I don't like either of these champions. But again, I'll have a video telling you that exact same thing later on this week. Maybe today. I don't know when it'll be out, but just kind of, thought I'd briefly touch on that. But it's day 26, free to play. Stay focused. Stay focused. Stay focused. Stay focused. Okay, day 26, free to play. We have been very busy, boys and girls, because it was a dragon tournament. We are at level 20, and I've been farming the bejesus out of it. Look at that, 4,200 points. I'm stuck in second because Sans and Days just won't be nice and let me have the win. Let me have the win. I must have dumped over 1,000 energy into this right now, and it was definitely not when I was planning to do this. I was planning to spend a lot of time in Dragon, especially since we've already gotten to level 20. I do need the gear, especially the speed gear. And I was really planning on putting time and energy into it. But first I was thinking, I'll just rank up my champions. Well, with the tournament coming by, with the fact that I got to stage 20 faster than I expected, it changed the order of operations. And you got to be a little bit flexible with these things, right? And that relentless set, that can come in very handy down the road. So I think this is a good usage of my resources right now. Now, do I have to keep pumping points in? No, it would have been very and maybe advisable. We'll see. Just to put in the 2,000 points to get the epic book and the rewards, and then just like let wherever this lie. However, I think it was very worth it. You guys saw yesterday my gear that I put onto my Rhonda, my crit damage gloves that are just so sexy. Well, today I want to look at some of the other gear I got, and I've gotten a lot of gear. I got 365 pieces now, and they're all basically 5-star. There's a few 4-stars still, but a lot of them are 5-star. You see I ranked Rhonda's glove up to 15, and you're gonna see this from now on. I'm gonna rank my pieces up to 15, wait for an artifact training event, and that's when I'm going to be, or enhancement event, and that's when I'm gonna be taking the 16. That's pretty much my plan going forward, right? So I have her chest at 15 as well. I don't love this piece, I'll be honest with you. I'd like to replace it, and I'm gonna show you what I'd like to replace it with. But there's some great stuff. I have my Elva. My Elva is now 238 speed. What? Yeah, she's fast. She's fast. Like it. Her chest, HP chest, double resistance roll, a little bit of speed. Toss a glyph on that, no problem. I think I am, getting to the point where I'm like, okay, we should move past the crit rate gauntlets. Now, the thing is, Elva hits decently hard. It's just a single target hit. It doesn't come up a bunch, but she actually hits decently hard, which is why I wanted to have some crit rate on her. But I'm thinking more and more survival is going to be more important with her, both for clan boss, for dungeons, for everything, right? So I'm probably going to end up swapping those out. Once I get HP or defense gloves that have a better speed roll than this, I will be swapping those out. But I don't have those yet. Obviously a little speed on, but nothing crazy speed wise, but 238 speed is pretty good. I think that's pretty good. But here's where I want to show you, look at all this speed gear I got. This is why 2x speed is nice for me. I finally, I started tossing my 4-star speed boots on some of the filler champions I'm using for faction wars. But I'm gonna show you a couple sexy pieces. So get ready. Nothing really great up here. I'll be honest, nothing special, super special, right? Some decent stuff. I did get that little speed roll bad boy. So I'm gonna probably, when I get more silver, I don't have a lot of silver right now, but when I get more silver, I'm gonna rank that bad boy up to 12, and we'll see where that stands. But yeah, most of these don't have speed, which is always just disappointing. HP, but bad substats. This is an attack with a decent substats, but it's attack, so that's mostly useless for me. I do have this bad boy, resistance with double speed. I'm like, come on. It's like better than what I have on my main account. Like, that's not even a joke. But anyway, I don't need that right now either. But this is the piece I want to show you. We got those sweet gloves of Rhonda, and I've got these sweet boots. Look at those. Look at those sexy pieces. It's only at 12, guys. 20 crit rate, 11 attack. These are going on Rhonda. 100% they're going on Rhonda, and they are going to be delicious. Delicious. I cannot wait to put that on. Also, of course, you get accuracy from there too. And we got, not only do we get, I ended up getting this piece I put on my Venom Mage, but recently I have acquired this piece as well, which is rolling quite nicely. And so both this and the boots are going to be going on Rhonda, because apparently now we need accuracy for Brimstone. Oh yeah, that's a thing. Did I not tell you that thing? I have my video on the blessings. It's basically a rant coming out later, or probably came out the day before, yesterday by the time you're seeing this. So good times on that. Horrible stuff. Didn't get a lot of really good pieces here in lifesteal, unfortunately. A lot of resistance, which I'm kind of like, why? A little defense there, it's not bad, but I don't think I'm gonna need to use lifesteal for this team, which is a real change for me. But we got some, we got some good pieces, which I'm really happy about. Look at all this toxic gear. I think it's becoming more and more likely I'm actually gonna be able to put toxic on one of my champions. 5-star speed, 6-star speed boots, really nice, even with the bad rolls. I don't care. Another 6-star speed boots, that could be good. HP chest right there, defense chest right here. Crit rate gloves, which is great. There's definitely some potential that I'm gonna be able to put somebody into a toxic set and really accentuate my team that way. Supplement some of the stuff that I already have. Supplement, that's the word I'm looking for. But we definitely got some decent pieces. We got some we got some nice stalwart stuff going on here too. Nothing great so far, definitely nothing spectacular, but we're getting some pieces and growing that base. Something like stalwart I think is eventually going to be really important for me, because Again, our ally protection from Jareg is pretty limited, being on a 4-turn cooldown. So unless I pull like a Versal for somebody, we're kind of probably going to be stuck with that. And so like finding some other ways to mitigate damage is going to help us in the long run, right? Right now, my goal is just 4 key Ultra Nightmare. It's not a big goal, just trying to get there. But eventually I would like to get further and further down into things and, you know, get some better pieces and whatnot. You know, we got some decent, look at, you know, some decent fatal pieces I've been crafting. This is what I've been spending my Doom Tower energy on, is farming the Magma Dragon. And the reason why is I find getting, especially, you know, I've found for a long time, getting good crit rate substats, good speed substats, damage skills was really, really hard. And so if I can get attack and a little extra crit rate, just make building my champions easier. I could be farming Guardian Set, and honestly, Guardian Set is really, really strong, especially in this early parts of the game, but I've kind of opted for the Fatal. It's a choice. I'm not saying it's a right choice. Guardian would be great for my clan boss teams too, but this is just kind of the way I've been going down the road. I think ultimately it wouldn't be a bad thing to put, say, like Venom Mage, Deacon in Guardian Set, help protect Rhonda a little more, help protect Elva a little more, and most importantly, help protect Jareg a little bit. Those things might be really nice as far as like mitigating some of the damage for clan boss specifically, and for other stages as we go forward. But I don't really care that much about it right now. So we'll see. But getting those Doom Tower mats is really, really massive and helpful for all of this. So that's been really exciting, right? All this farming has been really progressive, really positive, and I'm very, very happy with it. That's kind of the big thing. I was in Arena 2. I was still in Arena Gold 2. Got some trashy pieces. I was in 3v3 Gold 1 still. So all that's kind of still progressing. I'm still moving down Faction Wars. You can see I got 103 stars done. So we're a little bit ways away from from Lydia, right? Still got a ways to go, but it's okay. But yeah, that's kind of the big thing. You can see on the Doom Tower, I did get hard stuck here at stage 100. It's a tough one. It's a bad affinity for my champions being red. I don't have a provoker right now that's built up, and so I'm a little bit stuck there, which is unfortunate. But I can still farm the levels below it, and that's not bad. And I think I have champions on my account that can make this work as well. Specifically, I have Jizzo here, who has a provoke. What is this right here? Yeah, he's got a provoke for 2 turns on this A3 ability. So once I get books, once I get him leveled, I feel like he might be able to help us get through that stage. Just provide a little counterbalance to Elva's cleansing, basically, right? So that's kind of gives me some hope there eventually, but I'm not in a rush. We're pretty far along. I'm mostly using Doom Tower for the mats, and you know, I'm not going to be able to do hard. So we're only a few levels shy of where we kind of want to be. So not too bad. Let's see, clan boss. Oh, you know what it is? It's a new day. We need some quests. I totally forgot about that. Hey, rank 5. Yay. That's great. That's great. That's great. I need to get some quests before they all get taken. Clan is too active. They take all the good quests. Let's see. Anything good here? Spiders. No. Artifacts from defeating 5 legendary artifacts in the forge. Materials defeating the bosses in Doom Tower. That's a good one. I think we can actually. That might be tough. I think it might be worth it. If we can do that, that's obviously a very good one. The ranking doesn't matter, just the rarity of it. So that's pretty good. That's pretty good. I like crafting them, so we might be able to get that. But I did just craft a bunch too. I wish I'd waited a little bit now. 5 legendary art, defensive substats. No. Legendary champion, secret shot, boss dragon. 100 decreased accuracy to boost on the boss of the dragon's lair. That one I can do because I'm farming Dragon 20. That's great. That's great. No, that's not something I can do. What else can I do here? All about finding basically the hardest one that you can do and then doing it successfully is a challenge. Oh yeah, you have a thing of 1 per difficulty per person on the day 1, right? So I can only take 1 elite, 1 expert, and 1 basic on day 1. Fine. Could be told. Let's see. Shields. Decrease attack buffs. Oh yeah. We'll double up on that quest. Sounds like a plan to me. Do I want to do any more? 5 simultaneous debuffs on the boss of the dragon. Yeah, let's do that. We'll just do one of each. Nice and simple. Don't have to worry about it. What do we have? Oh, look at that. Accessories are available. Fragments are available. Ooh, boy, those are both going to be really nice to get, actually. All right, we got the chickens back. Always fun. Hey, just a friendly reminder, if you haven't already, take a moment and hit that subscribe button as well as that notification bell so you don't miss the next one of these videos that comes out. And of course, if you guys need help with your account, you can go to my website, DeadwoodJedi.com, where I'll be happy to look at your squad and make whatever improvements are needed to be made. But, you know, when I'm doing that, I still want to play my own account. That's why I use BlueStacks, which you'll find linked down below in the pinned comment and description of this video. BlueStacks is a great way to run multiple instances of the game on your computer at the same time. And if you enjoyed today's music, we have that Soundstripe link down below in the pinned comment and description of this video as well. Use code DeadwoodJedi, save 15%. All right, good times, good times. Now, I really want to see my clan boss rewards. Thank you guys for sitting with me for that. Demon Lord clan boss. So we're 2 King Brutal, 1 King Hard, regularly, easily. I'm really only using three keys. So I have one here in the morning, and makes my life just a little bit easier. So let's go ahead, let's get our rewards, see what we got. We're not taking down Brutal as a clan though, so we're only getting single rewards, which is, you know, at some point it'd be nice to get double rewards for that. We are still getting double rewards for Hard though, because it's very easy to beat. I think we're done with the 4-star gear. And that's no good either. Okay, nothing great out of it. That's okay, not a problem. But I think we can go ahead and do a quick run of Brutal. Now, let's see what we can do here. Now, they did make those changes to Brimstone. I think they might be live right now, so we'll see how this works. Let's see how this works. Well, no, they haven't made the changes yet. That's fine. It's great. Great. It's gonna really nerf my damage when that does happen. So frustrating. So frustrating. You guys might have watched my video on it. I mostly just ranted about it. I think it's so bad. But hey, this is the game we play. All right, so this is my Brutal run. Yeah, a big day with the artifacts. Just a lot of energy I ended up pumping into it, a lot of gems I ended up pumping into it. Pretty soon I'm gonna need to upgrade my gem mine. It's a little frustrating, honestly. I don't like, once I get to around 400 or 500 gems, I'm like, ooh, but I want more energy. So it becomes a little bit of a hard thing to save for, but I am excited about it. Obviously, I'm going to be doing, you know, about 50 to 100 more runs of Dragon as I need to get those quests complete now. So it's just going to double up on my need to continue to push on that, which is fine because honestly, more gear is better for us. It makes a really big difference to the account and being able to build them. I'm basically going to be able to, once I get all those gear pieces ranked up 16, once I start moving stuff around, I think I'm going to have Rhonda with better attack, better defense, better crit damage, and about 200 speed, which is going to be massive for me. With Elva in the 240 range, with Rhonda in the 200 range, and we're going to have an incredible duo to take down basically any content that we need to. And right now, we're obviously a ways away from speed tuning for Clan Boss. That's not even a concern at the moment. So, you know, I think, you know, the more speed, the more damage I can put on her, the better. And so that's going to be my goal. Just kind of continue the farming that gear, continue to put it on. And even the gear that's not good, I can still put on my faction war champions. I have started collecting more rare champions, more the epics, obviously. Not feeding as many of them. I'm not really feeding any of them at the moment. And I think that's going to be a pattern I'm going to have to keep up because faction wars is so massive for getting the mats for perception gear, and perception gear is really the stuff that I need right now. So that's going to be kind of my focus for a little bit there, which means it might delay me getting those 6-star champions. I don't think I'm going to get the Ultra Nightmare in 30 days. That was my hope. It was a distant hope anyway, but I don't think I'm going to be able to in all realistic outset. I think to do that would sacrifice too much of my account, to be fair. So we're on the road, but it's going to take us some time to really get where we need to get to. So that's kind of the reality going on with that. But I'm excited about it. I think we're in good shape. I would not be surprised if I am doing Ultra Nightmare I would say, I think day 45 is maybe a realistic result. I think I can get all my champions to 6-star by then. I think we'll have decent gear for everybody by then. And then it's really going to come down to some RNG. You know, maybe we'll get some better pulls along the way. There's definitely some things that would help with that, but I think we're going to be in pretty decent shape. So that's where we're at. I need to get Ultra Nightmare and Nightmare down so I can get more shards on a regular basis, so I can get more books on a regular basis. Those two things will be massive for my account for continuing to build it, and also for allowing me to have resources so I can save for future fusions, which is one of the best way to get new champions and quality champions on your account. Even the ones that don't seem great, and this might be a reason to, you know, to really fuse Oella, even the ones that don't seem great end up being pretty good in the long run. You can look at Bivald, you can look at the High Guard, right? These are champions that people were like, trash. Turned out to be pretty decent. You know, you can go back further than that too, very easily. Kantra is a great example of that. So definitely something that I feel like I need to really start accumulating resources, really start saving, being responsible. Adulting sucks, right? Am I right? But yeah, I feel like we're in pretty good shape here. So I'm excited to see how this goes. Some good potential here. Real good potential here. And the team's looking good. Look at that damage, man. We're definitely over 2 key range here on Brutal, and it's not even turned 20 yet. This team is lasting to turn 25 or so, depending on the RNG with the placement of stuff. The extra speed hasn't really been helping us with the survivability, but it has been helping us just overall with the damage and consistency of the runs, as far as damage goes, right? So that's a very good thing. I know I don't have my usual coffee cup today, but it was a big coffee day. I just put it in my tumbler and we're rolling with that. All right, doing pretty good. Still holding strong, still keeping those debuffs up. This is great. You notice we're healing up full pretty much every time, which I think is a really good sign of at least the basis. It shows we don't need that lifesteal gear. I don't have it on any of these champions, ironically. The hard part is obviously when we start getting really low towards the end, and with, you know, if we don't have ally protection, if we don't have increased defense, again, another reason why I really have to look at this team, at Jareg, at Deacon, and how we're going to be going forward. We do have Leech out there, which is helpful, but Elva's doing a lot of work. Jareg's doing a lot of work keeping people alive. I'm not sure how badly we need that Leech. It's pretty powerful. You notice Rhonda heals up full every time. It's definitely powerful and definitely very helpful, but you know, at the same time, I kind of feel like maybe we could get away without it. So we'll see. Still thinking about, you know, possible teams to build here. It's going to be a little bit tricky, but we'll try, and I think we'll be doing pretty good. Right now, we're doing exceptionally well. 16 million damage. This is a new personal best for me. Definitely a new personal best for me. I'm really excited about this, actually. This could end up being really, really good. Jareg went down. Oh, there goes Elva. We don't have the revive anymore. That was a really bad. I wish I hit anybody else, then Elva could have revived Jareg and we would have been flying through this thing. Turn 28, still alive. Keeping those debuffs. Oh, there we go. There you go. Almost 18 million. That's definitely the best I've done so far. Over 10 million by Rhonda. That's pretty good. I mean, we're definitely in 4 key territory for Nightmare. That's not even a question. And I know some people might be going like, why not 4 key Nightmare? Aren't the rewards better? And yes, they are. But really, all I want right now are books. That's the big thing I want. Books. Shards are great, but that's not really my main goal at the moment. My main goal is actually books, to get these champions booked and make them more useful. You know, getting Jareg's cooldown was massive. Getting Deacon's cooldown is massive. Getting Venomage's cooldowns is massive. Now I want to start doing that with my support champions like Genbo, Ugo, even Frostbringer, Jizzo we talked about, right? Once I can get those all down, that's going to make a massive, massive difference to what I can do, what content I can do, and the way in which I can do it. I can start actually playing with affinity a little bit more instead of just my 5 best champions. There's so much that comes with having enough books. And so I've been very lucky and gotten a lot of books out of the hard level, and I have still the possibility with the brutal. So I feel like we're in pretty good shape. I would like to get a 3-key nightmare before I start really transitioning, especially considering we're not taking down the top chest in either of those. So I'm opting right now for 3 chests that are going to be less good instead of 1 chest that is good. So am I doing the right thing? I don't know. I think that's really, you know, just a call you can make. But for me, 3 is going to beat the 1. If it was 2 chests I was getting versus 1, I would opt for the higher level chest instead. That's not the option. So that's why, hence why I'm doing what I'm doing right now. But yeah, pretty good result. I'm very happy with that. I think this team is really starting to move along. Obviously, the climb in arena is brutal right now. Trying to get out of gold 2 is going to be awful. Interestingly, my defense, we did lose. We were winning at some point here, but now we're just too high up, man. Too high up. I really have to be persistent in order to climb, and it's very, very difficult in order to do that. So while I'm trying to make a move and trying to get higher, it is not easy to do. And my team's not quite speed tuned now either because of the changes I've made with Rhonda on the team. So there's definitely some things I'm going to have to do to, you know, fix it a little bit, right? But thankfully it's a pretty solid team. I still basically have Elva, Deacon are pretty well speed tuned, and then I can kind of come in and, you know, mess with the rest of these guys, I think, in a pretty good way here. So it's not bad where we're at right now. I feel like we got a good strong potential to really, you know, continue to grow and do even better. Let's drop you down, and then Rhonda, come in and do some damage. Okay, now I think we can finish them off. This is kind of a fun team. Maybe not the best team I can put together, but it tends to work decently well at the very least. If Rhonda can revive. Yeah, there we go. There we go. This champion, Deliana, is just a pain in the butt at these stages. Just real pain in the butt these early on. She hits way too hard and is bad affinity. Very frustrating. But we took her down. We took her down. The power doesn't matter so much. It's about team composition. Look at them. Their team power is 93k. Mine's in the 60s. Easy breezy. Maybe not easy, but breezy. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for sticking around. I know this went a little bit longer than I meant to. I tend to ramble a little bit, which is kind of fun, kind of different. If you like my rambling, you should stop by my stream, where I do most of my rambling. I generally stream every Tuesday. Sometimes stream on Thursdays or Fridays. I'm a little bit inconsistent, so, you know, turn on that notification. That'll be the key. Anyway, guys, it's a lot of fun being able to do these videos and talk to you all. I love reading your comments. I really do read pretty much all of them, at least like the day I've released the video, and I really do appreciate it. At some point here, I think I'm going to do a video where I just answer some of the questions that you guys have, or you know, respond to some of the comments and stuff that you do. And so I think that'll be good. I think you guys might enjoy that. Anyway, pleasure as always. Till next we meet, I'm the Deadwood Jedi.